burials. The earliest sure evidence of burial with a purpose in humans can be traced to around 100,000 years ago. Animals as diverse as dogs, geese, and elephants have been seen to mourn their dead. Yet once their mourning is over, they leave their dead to rot and move on with their lives. It is only humans who bury their dead and seem to worship the spot of interment. But at what point in history did simply leaving the corpse of a fellow human evolve into ritualized burial? Tin mines. Bronze making is considered the second historical leap in metalworking. Very few metals are workable in their native form, and these include, for example, gold and silver. Bronze is an alloy of copper and tin, and it's stronger than either metal. Troy. People in the ancient world believed that the city of Troy, as well as the Trojan War, were entirely historical, but it was only in 1871 that the physical remains of Troy were discovered, at Hisarlik in Turkey. The discovery was made by Heinrich Schliemann, who found textual evidence in the epics by Homer and other ancient references to find the city. Polished stone tools. The earliest polished tools, most notably axes, were discovered in Japan, and are thought to be around 30,000 years old. The axes are thought to have played an important role in the massive clearing of forests which took place during the Neolithic period, as humans began to prepare land for farming. But the tools seem to have had a purpose even more incredible than the practical function for which they were originally built. Vindolanda documents. Debate still rages as to the function of Hadrian's Wall. In northern England, was it defensive, or merely a trade barrier? The fort at Vindolanda gives us an insight into the people who lived there as well as the people who lived in the Roman Empire at the height of its power. Those who lived on the wall used thin sheets of wood to write on, papyrus being far too expensive to import from the southern provinces. Oxyrhynchus Papyri. Oxyrhynchus was a city in the south of Egypt. There was nothing particularly worthy about the ancient city, and were it not for a quirk of the environment, it would be unlikely that anyone but a specialist in Egyptology would have heard of it today. Library of Ashurbanipal. The Library of Ashurbanipal, also known as the Library of Nineveh, is the oldest collection of translatable writing on the planet. The civilization which flourished between the rivers Tigris and Euphrates is considered the first true civilization. To manage such a civilization, it was necessary for the kings of Mesopotamia to find a method of transmitting their orders and recording their belongings. Lance O. Meadows. The small rhyme above is taught to many students, and it is right, as far as things go. The problem with the memory aid is that it teaches people to remember Columbus as the first European to reach the New World. This idea is wrong on at least one count. Europeans had visited the American continent nearly 500 years before Columbus was born. Indus Valley Civilization. If a continent can be forgotten, then why not entire civilization? The three most ancient civilizations all sprung up alongside rivers. The Nile and Mesopotamian civilizations were never forgotten, but a whole flourishing of human endeavor along the Indus River was lost until the 20th century. Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe has revolutionized the way archaeologists have seen the past. The site, on a hill in Turkey, is the oldest monumental human construction in the world. The site contains large, upright stones, and complex carvings of animals. Some think it was built as many as 12,000 years ago.